welcome to Pomino's. How are we all doing? Welcome back to the channel. If you are returning Pomino's, a good day to you. If you haven't already, though, smash that like button, smash that subscribe. We're killing it at the moment. 3,000 subs. And if you do want to become a member of the channel, we do things like sponsor Shannon Gore, Domaku. We do exclusive content from behind the scenes as well with that, and it just really helps the community out. So if you'd like to do that, link is in the description to become a member. It really does help me out, and I'm forever grateful. But today what we're doing is we're doing the Squiggle Ladder Predictor. We're going to see how Carlton go till the end of the year. Just going to do it off gut, have a bit of fun, have a bit of a chat. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So you guys and girls at home can play this. The link is in the description to do this yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through till the rest of the year. It's a request, like we say, from Twitter. And we'll have a bit of a play around. No real methodology to this, just pure gut. So we'll play our way to the season. Obviously percentage is going to come into it, but we'll have a thing. So this one here at the Docklands, I've got a sneaky suspicion Geelong will win. Let's go 2 goals. Right, this one I will say Adelaide will win by 22. This should be a good game. I'd say 20 for Gold Coast. This is a ripper, innit, at the G. I think Melbourne will get the job done though. Collingwood, Hawthorn. The form suggests Collingwood. I mean, Hawthorn probably are tough to beat at the G, but I am going to back Collingwood in here. Fremantle, Lions. At Perth, though, I'm going to tip a 4-point 3-0 win. And Richmond should get the job done. We'll go 17 points. Carlton versus Essendon. This is the big one, isn't it? I think Carlton will get the job done by 3 goals. So what's that, 18? There we are. Fremantle versus Perth. Perth, I'd say Fremantle. Lions, they'll win that one by 18 as well. North GWS, I reckon this will be a tight affair. I don't think this will be as blown out. I think it'll be somewhere just below the 20s. Collingwood, Melbourne, I think Melbourne will enjoy playing Collingwood's game style. It is a tough game style though, but I do think they'll put on a show. 28. Carlton, Richmond, I suppose with the injuries, if Harry's back, I'd say I've got this one as a 50-50. I've had it all year. I think if we win, it's always going to be tough. I'm going to go with a 9-point Richmond win. I hate myself. St Kilda, Essendon at the Docklands at Marvel. Can't look past the mighty Saints. They'll get up by 3, just under 3. Adelaide, Sydney. I reckon there'll be a little shock here. I reckon Port will play well in front of their home fans and shock the world with a 6-pointer. Perth, but it is Geelong. They don't like travelling, do they? But I still think Geelong are way too much. 24. GWS, Dogs. I reckon this will have big ramifications here because at the showgrounds, as we know, GWS are very strong. 2-point win. This one should be a ripper. I'm going to book the trend here, though, and say Adelaide get the dub. This is the battle, isn't it? This is the battle probably really to set the standard. I do think Melbourne will come unstuck towards the end of the year, but I think they're just too strong for the Lions at the minute. Doggies versus Hawks, round 15. This is an interesting one, isn't it? I'm going to go 3 goal. I think they'll get a bit of richer vein of form towards the end of the year. Essendon versus Eagles. At Eagles, I can't see Eagles winning the game, honestly, from now to the end of the year. And if they do, it's probably games like this. But I will say Bombers get the job done. Carlton versus Freo. I think we'd be favourites. We'll be having almost full strength team. We like playing at the Etihad as well. I'm going to go Carlton by 2 goals. Richmond versus Geelong at the G. I'm going to back Geelong here. I think it'll be a 3-goaler. Sydney versus Saints. I think St Kilda will be excited here. They'll be excited to play them, but I do think Sydney will be too much. North, Adelaide. Obviously they're travelling Adelaide, but I do think Adelaide are too good for them. GWS versus Collingwood. You know what? I'm going to surprise people here. I actually reckon Collingwood will get the job done by 6 points. Port versus Gold Coast at the Adelaide Oval. I think this might be a big one. I think towards the end of the season, I'd fancy Port. Brisbane versus the Dogs. Well, I mean, Brisbane are going well at the minute. but they are beatable, and I think the Dogs will hit form towards the end of the year, like I say. Carlton versus St Kilda, my wife's team, 22 points Carlton. Carlton and put on a show. Essendon versus Sydney, I think Sydney will win that one by 16. Adelaide versus Melbourne, this is very interesting in it, but I do think Melbourne are too good. Geelong, they'll batter North, surely, 36 points. Gold Coast versus Collingwood. I'm going to tip the Collingwood here. Gold Coast in a 10-point win. Richmond versus West Coast. This could be messy. Their game styles match up well. I'm going to go 50 points. Richmond, big one. GWS Hawthorn at the showground. I think it'll be a tight affair. I'm going to go 9 point by GWS. Fremantle Port at Perth. 8 points. Fremantle. Geelong versus Melbourne. I'm going to tip here that this is where I said Melbourne will start losing games at the end of the season. Geelong by 14, the league specialists, aren't they? Sydney versus the Dogs. I think this will be a great game. I do think, though, that the Dogs will get the job done by 6. Collingwood will absolutely smash North towards the end of the year. Richmond will come back flying with a 19-point win there. So let's have a look at this. St Kilda versus Fremantle. I think Fremantle will get the job done here. I think they'll finish the season strong well. Port versus GWS. I'm going to back GWS in here. I think that they might just cost Port finals. Brisbane versus Essendon. I think it'll be one-sided. Docklands, you know what? I'm going to tip here. Just think Hawthorn will be doing that. Carlton here, you'd expect. They play well in Perth. I think this will be the percentage booster we want. So I'm going to go 36. Doggies versus St Kilda. I think Dogs will win that one. GWS versus Lions. Lions by 16. This will be a gripping game, and I think this will put finals out of reach. Adelaide very strong at home, as we know. 24 point there. I reckon Geelong will win that one by 20. Fremantle versus Sydney. We'll go Sydney. Hawthorn, they'll get the 20 points. This will be a ripper in NT, isn't it? So very strong there. Melbourne will win that. Essendon versus Gold Coast. I think Essendon will finish the season with a win towards the end. Fremantle versus this. This will be a very interesting fixture. I think Richmond will win that one. Both sides like playing here. We'll go Hawthorn. Sydney, they'll win that one by 22. Port versus Geelong. I'm going to tip Geelong here in a 6-pointer. Brisbane will cement finals already. I'm going to tip here that they win. Carlton at the Docklands, they'll fancy that one. 12 points. This will be a ripping tie. 18 points for Richmond. Eagles versus Saints. Saints will win that one. Easy. Collingwood versus Port. At the G. It is at the G, but I think Port will win that one. The battle of the bottom two. You know what? I'm going to surprise people. I think North will get the win. Geelong, Cardinia Park. I think the Dogs will win that one. This will be a great battle. 16 points, Gold Coast. Richmond, Brisbane. I think Richmond will finish the year with, towards the end of the year, they'll be very strong. They always are. Going to tip Hawks here in a shock. Sydney versus GWS. I think Sydney will be too good. They'll be like, look, we're in finals. Carlton at AO. I don't think it'll be a classic, but I think they'll win. Fremantle versus Melbourne. I think Melbourne will win that one. I think Lions will win that one. I think they might be too strong for Carlton. Geelong, St Kilda. We'll go Geelong, 10 points. Roaring up there. Hawthorn will win that one. Melbourne will finish the year strong. North versus Sydney. Sydney will win that one. We'll go Freo here. It's going to make it interesting, isn't it? Port versus Richmond. It's tough, isn't it? At the AO, we'll give Port credit. The battle of the bottom ranks. I reckon that West Coast will finish with the dub. Essendon versus Port. Port will get the win. Gold Coast versus Geelong. Geelong will cement it. I think Carlton, will rest players here because it's guaranteed that they play finals. Richmond will win that one. St Kilda versus Brisbane. I think Brisbane will win that one. Sydney versus Collingwood. Collingwood will win that one. Eagles will win that one. Adelaide. Fremantle will win that one. Brisbane versus Melbourne. At the Gabba. I think that'll put the thing. Carlton here, I think they're going to pay them back. We'll go 30-point win, Carlton. Essendon, Richmond will finish the year with a win. Geelong will win that one. GWS will win that one. York Park, I think. Ooh, York Park though. Nah, we'll go with that. Nothing to play for here. I think they'll win. St Kilda at the Docklands. I think they'll finish the year with a win. Port versus Adelaide. Port will win that one. And there are the final sides. So we've got qualifying final 1. Melbourne versus Richmond. We've got elimination. Carlton will play the Dockers at the G. We've got Doggies, Sydney, Geelong and Brisbane. So this one here, I think, as usual, I think that Melbourne will win. Richmond will go into this. Carlton will win that one. Doggies versus Sydney. I think Sydney will win that one. I'll stick with that. And Geelong versus Lions. I think Brisbane will win that one. Then we'd have here Carlton, Richmond. So it's 1-1 on my predictions. You know what? I'm going to be deadly serious. I think in a semi, Carlton would win. Versus Brisbane. Geelong versus Sydney. That's a ripper. I think Geelong will get the job done. No, actually, I think Sydney will. Because I've been favourites on them for a long time. Prelim. These are big, aren't they? Melbourne will win that. They'll be there. Lions, Carlton. Fuck it. It's a Carlton channel. Carlton in the shock final. Me and old mate have got the same one. So we'll go with that. They are it. Carlton win the flag. Fuck it. I think Melbourne would win that one. But I'm confident. There we are. There are my predictions. So that's it then. We've got it. We've found our way to the flag. Let me know what you guys and girls think. It's a lot of fun doing it. Thank you very much for the suggestions. Well, it came on Twitter from a few of you. So much love to you all. Until next week. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy the bye.